Okay, we're just in. Hello, hello, welcome in. Oop, you know what? I am going to turn on my lights so that... Okay, I at least appear a little bit less incredibly ridiculously pale. And my mic is working, even better. Let's jump right in. I am running on exhausted levels, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Hello, game. Oh, God, what? Oh, alright, there we go. Right, we're back here. Was there... Who do I need to go talk to? I guess I'll start by going over here? I don't honestly remember what the last thing was that I did. Hey, you. Let's talk about Cynthia.
Cynthia, oh truest friend, my steadfast fealties won.
You're both from Silkworm, and you're the same age. Do you know her from before?
Though kindred bred neath sullen skies, now we met out with this sunken silver shell.
You really never ran into each other in the town?
She is bloomed from deepest silken soil, whilst I, mere wandering weed by a wild wind blown.
Ah, of course.
Make a friend, and then she ends up as the new captain. Must have been, you know, a nice, unexpected bonus.
'Twas no sudden thing, full well she plotted thus her course of fate, to helm this vessel next by rightful claim, for she in law and title holds its name.
Is that so?
Cynthia Seafoam, number 6, the Leaden Crown.
The Leaden Crown. Ooh. Oh, it has a lot more information on her. Jobrel, new captain of the Mortuga submarine from Silkworm on Sea. Skills and interests: being captain, nautical engineering, lives bunkroom with symmetry silk moth. Notes: Cynthia assumed captaincy immediately after Mortuga's death by way of a peculiar written contract. A quote from her is not a submarine, this submarine. Like I said, it's just the way it's meant to be.
Cynthia Seafoam, number 6, the Leaden Crown.
I mean, taking it as a literal thing, Leaden Crown is heavy burden. Ooh, I have new things I can ask about.
She tries her best to honor fate and call it by its newest name.
Cynthia?
I will admit, in quiet hours, the former name returns.
What's the former name?
Need you only glance beneath a single slip of paper? The numbers spoken by the ship, they falter, flailing weird and wild, as if she seeks to speak, yet lacks the tongue to voice her troubled thought. Both she and I hath mothers lost, and both a token keep.
Unlike you, though, Cynthia's not wearing hers.
Cynthia's already got a cool jacket. One that actually fits her too.
And stitched it I, at her request, with mine own hand.
Really?
Oh.
When did she make this request?
Some long while ago.
Before the murder, huh?
Mm-hmm. Just occurred to me I didn't put anything on here. Back out. Ah! Why is it doing that? Silly me waiting until I'm already in. I'm obviously half asleep. Just getting a post up. Oh, no. I can't spell sleuthing. Oh my gosh, this is what happens when I try to do this. And I'm in the middle of still streaming. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Why is the game doing this to me? I feel like it's trying to be too big for my screen. This should be full screen. Ah! I keep pushing escape. That might be part of my issue. If I not ask her? Okay, let's pull you back out. There we
I
go.
tried it once.
Tried what?
To turn the wheel, to steer the ship.
Oh, how'd it go?
It did not. I was too weak.
Really?
Do you remember when Cynthia first got hold of this?
I saw her running from the bridge, all pages clasped in hand.
Where was she taking it?
In a hurried haste, she was bedchamber bound.
Wait, all pages clasped in hand?
Yeah.
Both pages, surely.
But mere semantics, sir.
Yeah, not really.
'Twas my mother's own, or so I'm told.
You don't know for sure?
I was too young. I don't remember. I dearly hope to ask her, and know the truth at last.
Do you think you ever will?
The question that bestirs my soul. There she is.
Who?
I don't know. I've never seen her with my eyes. I've only ever heard her voice.
When?
At night, when half asleep.
Half asleep? Or asleep?
What'd she say?
I wish I knew. Oh, how I wish I knew.
If you've never seen her, how'd you recognize her from the photo?
I cannot say. May I ask where you found it?
Actually, it was in your bedroom.
Oh, this is what Cynthia was hiding under her mattress?
No, we found it in a safe.
Oh.
But now I feel like we should check on Cynthia's mattress.
Right?
A portrait of fair Cynthia's youth.
Sim? What's wrong?
Mine eye is drawn against my will to she that lingers far from frame.
The ship, in the background.
What about it?
A sorry, sorrowed tale has she, for never fully wrought. Left to rust in stillborn state, the dream forever gone undreamt.
This is Dirk's, I'm guessing.
You guess correct.
Kind of him to lend it to you.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's kind of precious to him.
Au contraire, he spoke of it with sulk and scorn. Glad was he to see it gone.
Okay.
I guess we should go look under Cynthia's mattress.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, it just automatically sends me there.
I hate to pry, but...
Under the mattress. Indeeds. Indeeds. An old document that was hidden under Cynthia's bed. This document, originally handwritten by Solomon Stonetop, may be presented as proof to one's ownership of the property in Silkroom-on-Sea known as the Stonetop Inn. The following individual is now registered as the Stonetop Inn certified proprietor and landowner. It's now Don Drummond. Magnus Bortuga. Again, your name comes up. And it's in red, like looking at the image here. These are... Oh. That's interesting. Again, Mortuga's name is crossed out. It's in a different color entirely. Instead of being in a blue pen, it's in red, and Don Drummond is in red. Dear Magnus, I've come to see you before I leave, but you're asleep. I don't want to wake you up, as I know you need to recover after what happened. The mark she left on your shoulder hasn't faded, so I think it might be permanent. Luckily, I think it looks quite heroic. I'm leaving my cabin key with you as well, so I can always keep an eye on you. Haha, but no, you won't actually need to use it. Nobody will. I'm having the dearest Selena decommissioned. It's over at the Drummond shipyard and they're going to take it apart. I told Don he could strip it for parts if he wanted. As for our cargo, the bell and the buoy are in my room, and I've returned the Mermaid's tongue to its resting place. Please try not to dwell on it. Magnus, I have to leave the silkworm tonight. I'm giving you the inn. It's in your name now. Hopefully I'll see you again. Felicia. Really?
Yeah, I can see.
Where'd it come from?
Martuga wrote it. I think he used a typewriter.
And what? He presented it to you? When?
Well, no, because he died. So. But we've both signed it, so yep, it's binding. Any further questions?
Yeah. How did you...
No? Great, let's move on.
You're not suspicious at all.
Sim let you see her locket?
Do you know what's inside? Did she ever show you?
No, and I didn't ask. She's allowed to have secrets. Wait, you didn't open it, did you?
Yeah?
Was it okay? There wasn't anything bad in there?
It's fine.
Okay, fine.
Super convincing.
I locked it in the safe. I didn't think...
What is it?
The night of the murder, when I was in the control room by myself, it was right around the time the ship's compass was freaking out.
You used the underwater imaging system?
I don't know why. I couldn't resist. But then this came out. I wish I hadn't done it. I put it in the safe so I wouldn't have to think about it.
I can understand that.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta compartmentalize. One thing at a time, you know?
That's true.
That's your mom?
Yeah, she was the harbor master.
That's a pretty fancy jacket for a harbor master. Looks more like a naval officer.
Well, she had a lot of big ideas. She was super ambitious, always making plans. My dad could barely keep up.
That's your dad on the right?
Yeah, stepdad, but yeah.
Are you two close?
Not really. We kind of drifted apart after a while. You know, this article's kind of unfair to Dirk. It barely mentions him.
Probably because it was written before the movie came out, so he wasn't famous yet.
Oh yeah, true.
The movie was a hit, right? So Dirk's famous now?
I guess he must be. He told me he's getting all kinds of offers from other studios.
Lucky him. He must be thrilled.
You found it, huh?
We did indeed. Indeed. We did indeed.
Yep, we got it. Good joke. Let's move on.
Why did you hide it?
I'm allowed to keep stuff under my mattress.
Is it yours? It doesn't have your name on it.
No, it doesn't. That's exactly why I brought it with me, actually.
Go on.
No, I'm done talking.
Indeed.
Oh, shut up.
Let's go back to you, and then I'm gonna look at other rooms. Hey, you.
'Twas Cynthia who had it when first she came aboard. Something in it holds great weight, for her at least it seems.
But you don't know what exactly?
With certain mind I cannot say.
Okay, well, I've got a bunch of other rooms to explore, so let's start. Bilge. Of course it's where I decided to go next.
It's almost pitch black in here.
I'm guessing you didn't bring a flashlight.
Nope.
Of course not. Why would you bring a flashlight? That would be silly. Well, at least I can say I went there. Airlock Grotto. Wow.
Sally, how do you feel about swimming?
Nope, not happening.
Down. Wait, what?
It's a treasure chest. We can't reach it while it's underwater.
What a tease.
Oh.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to buy new towels for my bathroom.
Sally, we're solving a murder here. Focus.
That's a towel? Okay. I wasn't aware of that. My bad. Who are we?
Hey, it's me, Madam Tadpole. Yep, that's my name. First question. Go.
Are you a mermaid, or what's the deal?
Great question. Half mermaid. The top half, obviously. From the waist up, all mermaid. And as you can see, I have the legs of an ordinary human woman.
An ordinary human woman?
Who happens to be an Olympic-level swimmer. Second question. Go.
Nice.
So, Madam Tadpole, you're a professional swimmer? Or a professional mermaid?
I'm not a professional anything, not anymore. I'm done with all that.
Do you have gills?
Nope, it's a tattoo. Sorry to disappoint.
It's cool. Why'd you get it?
I've always been real good at holding my breath underwater, like scary good. The other kids used to call me Fish Girl.
Kids can be mean.
I'd say they had it right.
How come you're here on the submarine?
Okay, so I like to go diving. In the sea, deep.
Oh, like with an oxygen tank and a mask?
No. I don't use any of that stuff. Anyway, so one time I went too
To what?
deep. I wasn't going to come back up. I was pretty much done for. Somehow Magnus found me, pulled me into a submarine. He brought me back. I owe him my life.
Wait, so are you from Silkworm? Were you living in the town?
Nope, I'm from far away.
Then how come you were diving into this bit of ocean?
Oh, well, yeah, I was visiting the town. For work.
What kind of work?
Performance art. Kinda. Like I said, I'm done with all that.
So, Mortuga saved you from drowning, and you just decided to stay?
It's where I belong. The ocean. I had my fill of living on land. I've got no interest in going back.
Belong in the ocean. Yep. I feel that.
Looks like you've made yourself pretty comfortable down here.
Magnus offered me one of the bunk rooms, but I turned him down. And yeah, over time I turned the airlock into a nice little home for myself.
Where did you get all this stuff? The mirrors, the bottles.
Shipwrecks, shipping containers, you name it. If it falls into the ocean, I consider it fair game.
You go swimming out in the actual ocean.
Of course.
Isn't it cold? And what about the water pressure?
What about him? That's for other people to worry about.
So, how do you get out into the sea? Or do you just go from up on deck?
See that hole in the middle of the room? Leads down into a big old water tank with a door that leads outside. I go out into the ocean every single day.
Jeez, I'm impressed.
Like I said, this is where I belong.
How long have you been living here?
I stopped worrying about times and dates. It doesn't mean much down here. But I know I arrived after Sim and before Dirk.
Do you get on with the other suspects?
Oh, sure. It's a nice group. I was closest with Magnus, though. He was one of a kind.
Night of the
One
murder.
The sub did a weird kind of tilt. Don't know what it was, but anyway, it woke me up. So yeah, I'm trying to go back to sleep, but I can't because now there's all these footsteps outside my room. I get up and check outside. Nothing. So I check the bilge.
Was anyone in there?
No, but something's dripping into the water. I get a closer look, and it's blood coming through the drain that connects to the room above. So I head up there to check. The door's locked. I open it up.
You unlocked it? How?
By turning the wheel. So, okay, I guess it's not really locked. More like shut.
Could anyone turn that wheel?
Probably not. It takes some upper body strength. I go inside, and that's when I find him. Dead. Killed, looks like. I get angry. I'm out for revenge. I gotta find the guy who did it. So I run to the mess hall. Nobody. Climb up to the parlor. Nobody. Then I notice the hatch up to the foredeck was left open. Someone's making an escape, I think. Cowardly. I go up on deck. Nobody. I look across to the aft deck.
Let me guess. Nobody.
Yeah, there was a demon.
What?
Yep. Glowing eyes, single horn coming out of the head. Like
That's
an
kind of
orc.
cute.
Kind of.
Was it a person?
I don't know, maybe. It was dark. I could only really make out the eyes. And it wasn't looking at me. It was looking out to the side. At the ocean, I guess? Then it starts talking.
What did it say?
No idea. Alien language.
What?
Okay, even I'm making notes now. This is the best statement we ever got.
Oh yeah. There was this big green light. Not sure where it was coming from, though.
The green
It can't
light.
be anything good, I figure. Better put a stop to it. So I took one of the oars off the old rowing boat and threw it. Hard. Direct hit. Its head came off, pretty sure. I saw it fall into the ocean.
Suspect vanquishes demon with improvised javelin.
After that, the green glow went away, so now it's too dark to see anything. I want to be sure, so I jump off the side and swim over to the aft deck. But nope, nothing. Then I dive down past the back of the sub to take a look around.
Did you see anyone?
No. Not... no. How should I put this? I'm pretty sure I was being watched. Like I could feel something was out there with me. I don't know. Sorry.
Did you ever find the head of the demon or whatever it was? You said it fell into the ocean.
Oh yeah, I did actually. It was right there, floating in the water. Turns out it was this leather mask kind of thing.
A mask?
Like a full head mask, you know, kind of like a balaclava.
Do you still have it?
Nope. I took it back inside the submarine, left it right here in the airlock, and, it's gone. I think it got stolen.
That's, disappointing.
Tadpole, you didn't finish your statement.
Right. I left the airlock, told Cynthia to gather up the others and come up to the storeroom. Zephyr was in the mess hall. I told him to come too. So I go to the storeroom. Dirk's there with Werman and Sim. Everyone else shows up shortly after.
So, you all gathered at the crime scene. What happened?
Nobody wanted to admit to murder, so it was a bit of a stalemate. Most of the others made excuses and scurried off. Zephyr, Grip, and I stayed behind. I guess we were the ones who knew Magnus best. That's it. Story's over. Get out of here.
No.
Sim's quite delicate. She's got some real self-worth issues.
She's kinda eerie.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got this 1,000-yard stare. Like a rabbit in the headlights.
She's got a unique way of speaking, too.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how much of it is sincere and how much is residual from her time performing on stage. I have heard her talking more normally, though, when she's with Cynthia.
What about Sim's parents?
Orphan. As far as I know, she was homeless for a while, until the system picked her up and she got moved into the theater.
So, she's never had any kind of normal life.
Nope. That 1,000-yard stare's starting to make a little more sense now, huh? I really liked him. He wasn't like anyone else I've met.
What did you like about him?
He was this great combination of super introverted and super proactive. Like you'd be complaining that you had a headache or whatever, and he wouldn't say a word. But then the next morning, you'd wake up and find painkillers beside your bed.
Wow.
Ooh.
Kind of creepy, sneaking into your room at night.
And where would you get painkillers on a submarine?
The point is, he actually cared about other people. Really, the only person he was hard on was himself.
Go on.
Well, for one, he never let himself leave the submarine, even if he wanted to.
Did he want to?
I think so.
Then what was stopping him?
I wish I could say. Little Cynthia. She's cute, huh?
I don't know if that's an appropriate way to talk about your captain.
You're so right.
You think her being captain is kind of a joke?
It's not a joke to her. She cares a lot about the submarine. I just don't think it's doing her any good to care that much. It's just a hunk of metal after all.
And wood. Some of it is made out of wood, I noticed.
Did Mortuga want Cynthia to succeed him as captain? Did he ever mention it?
No, I'd say he probably felt the same way I do about it.
Which is...
That she's too young and too bright to be living down here in the dark.
Well
Miss
then.
Tadpole, you said you were an Olympic-level swimmer.
Oh, sure. They never let me compete, though. I got banned way back when I used to swim in regionals.
Why? What did you do?
Nothing. They just decided I had certain physical abnormalities that made it unfair to the other swimmers.
That kind of sucks.
It's whatever. I never really cared about competing anyway.
So what did you do after you got banned?
Oh, you know, left home, traveled, got a job, quit that job, traveled some more.
And, have you always been green?
Oh, you finally built up the courage to ask, huh? No, it was a reaction to some chemicals we used in a little water tank I used to swim in. The doctor said it's reversible, but I couldn't afford the treatment, so yeah, I'm green.
Oh, here we go.
So the main character is inspired by Magnus Mortuga?
I think so. But Werman changed his name to Marcus Mordu.
Nice. Real subtle. Cynthia had to ask my help when writing this up. She wanted to put Magnus's age, but she didn't know it.
How come you did?
He and I were friends. I was really trying to get to know him.
Sounds like that might have been kind of an uphill struggle.
Yeah, he didn't really like to talk about himself. Magnus wouldn't bring this inside the submarine, but he didn't seem to want to get rid of it either.
So it must have some kind of purpose.
We already know what it does. We saw it on the way in. It shines a big green light so you know where to go to find the submarine.
What?
I feel like I know what this is.
The thing in the painting. You've seen it?
Not seen it, more like felt it. I'm pretty sure it's out there. Maybe even right now.
Should we be worried about this?
That's up to you.
Sun
Tried to get me
tablets.
to take these. He's convinced we've all got a vitamin D deficiency. He said that's why everyone on the submarine is, in his words, moody and weird. This was on the floor of the crime scene. Do you know what it is?
Poison, maybe?
We don't know that. We don't know what it is.
Doesn't make any sense for it to be poison. Magnus was killed with a blade, something sharp.
Right. But there wasn't anything like that at the crime scene.
Well, then it must be somewhere else. I saw posters just like this up on the walls in Fortuna Hall.
You went to see Symmetry's show?
No, by the time I came through the town, she'd already left.
But her posters were still up.
Yeah, the owner was scrambling to find something new. I don't think she wanted to admit she'd lost her star act.
The theater owner, that's Baroness Fortuna?
That's her.
And did she ever find a new show?
No. It didn't work out. I'm pretty sure Magnus kept this in the storeroom.
He had it covering the cauldron, I guess?
It seems likely.
Just to protect it from dust?
Or maybe he was specifically keeping it hidden.
All I can say for sure is that at one time, this cauldron spent several years underwater. Not just underwater, but in the ocean. I can tell by the growth of the barnacles and algae.
Yeah, the barnacles.
There's no growth on the inside, though. Or on the lid.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Well,
Where did you
newspaper.
find this?
Symmetry had it. Does it not belong to her?
No, it belongs to Magnus.
Just the front page?
Really?
Or did he have the whole newspaper?
Just this one page.
Why is he so interested in Sim's old magic act?
He's not. Where did you find that?
Yeah, it was in Sim's...
Oh, we just found it lying around in the corridor. What is it?
It's Magnus's key. It unlocks his cabin.
Really?
Yeah, you just gotta push the iris, and the key pops out the back, see?
Oh.
Feels kind of violent.
So, you need this to lock or unlock the captain's cabin.
Uh-huh. Magnus only locked that door on rare occasions, but whenever he did, he used this key.
And, the cabin is?
Down the hall from the parlor, at the very back of the submarine.
Good to
I guess
know.
now that Cynthia's captain, she wants an up-to-date blueprint of the submarine.
Why was there an out-of-date blueprint?
The ship has kind of a complex history. She's been through a few different phases, lived through a few rough patches.
About the captain's
Agnes
log.
really wasn't one for record-keeping.
Well, he did make a few entries, though.
Looks like it's just each time someone new arrives on the submarine.
That makes sense. He was always people-focused. Human interactions, relationships. It's what he considered most important. It's
Got this
custom made.
jacket.
See the S emblem on the epaulets? And on the back?
S
Mhm.
for what?
Seafoam, obviously.
So why isn't Cynthia wearing it?
I guess she'd rather keep it preserved. Magnus used to let me steer. He even taught me how to do it.
Sounds like he was setting you up to be the next captain.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it was according to the sim, it did take a certain amount of strength to turn that
Looks like
wheel.
Mortuga chose to use a typewriter for this.
To make it more official, maybe?
It's more that he didn't like writing by hand. He'd even sometimes ask me to write things for him.
Like what?
Oh, just little notes, you know. I'm surprised Sim let you see it. She's normally pretty guarded about it.
Do you know why she wears it all the time?
It's some kind of family heirloom, I think.
Something like that.
Is this a photo of you?
Why'd you say that?
It's an underwater photo, and it kind of looks like a woman's face. I just thought...
All mysterious underwater women look alike, is that it?
No,
I'm kidding.
For the record, I don't think it looks like you.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't. In fact, it doesn't look like anyone. There it is, on the left-hand side, in the big tank of water.
What is it? Some kind of sea creature?
I think it's the reason they built the submarine.
They built a submarine to house a sea creature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Where would it live? Wouldn't it need to be in water?
Yeah, there's a special area of the submarine that can fill up with seawater.
Where?
The
We're
bilge.
standing on top of it right this second.
Oh, right, duh.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Dirk looks way better like that. The beard, the long hair, the outfit.
You like the rugged pirate look, huh?
I can't help it if I have a type. The Stone Top Inn. That's where Magnus lived, back before the submarine.
He lived in the inn, but he wasn't part of the Stonetop family, surely.
No, I don't think he had any family in the town.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's otherwise just all kinds of stuff. So that is where I want to end up. I'm gonna keep doing questioning. I have other questioning I need to do. Oh, wiggling. Dream chamber. What is this?
That guy is staring at us.
He sure is.
I think we'd better talk to him before we touch any of his stuff.
Fine.
Sure. Hi.
Hello, sir?
Two strangers, emissaries from the world above.
Yeah, hi. I'm Detective Grimoire, and this is Sally.
State your business, and speak only the truth.
Well, we're here on the request of the captain.
Impossible. The captain is dead. Unless you received a missive from beyond the veil. I should have foreseen this, but now that I'm faced with it, it seems inevitable.
No, sorry, she meant the new captain. Captain Seafoam.
Cynthia.
She's asked us to investigate the murder of Magnus Mortuga. We have to talk to all the suspects.
Speaking of, can I ask your name?
Zacharias Zephyr, the Dream Doctor.
A dream doctor? I don't think I've met one of those before.
That is correct. You have not. I alone hold the title.
Because you made it up?
That's correct.
So, Dr. Zephyr, what does a dream doctor do exactly?
He studies the parapsychological qualities of dreams.
parapsychological?
That's like psychics and telepathy and stuff, isn't it? How does that relate to dreams?
Dreams are transmissions comprised of spirit energy from another dimension.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's common knowledge.
What kind of other dimension?
Spirit energy originates in the spirit realm, of course.
Like the afterlife?
That is but one of many names.
So, have you made any kind of discoveries or breakthroughs?
Nothing I can meaningfully explain to you in your current state.
What about all the stuff in here? What does it all do?
Really?
Specialist instruments, most of them too complex or too subtle for you to comprehend.
I don't know. It mostly looks like a bunch of old junk.
It is an unrivaled collection of rare artifacts.
Alright, what's the rarest thing you've got?
My rarest items are not for the viewing public.
Okay, now I have to see what they are.
The pull of the unknown. I realized I should have lied and showed you something of middling rarity to throw you off the scent.
Lesson learned, huh?
How come there's a room like this in the submarine anyway?
When I arrived, it was but a simple infirmary. After I set up my equipment, we renamed it the Dream Chamber.
And how long have you been here?
I was the first person to be invited on board. I joined Magnus here shortly before the submarine's maiden voyage.
So, presumably, you know why Mortuga became a submarine captain?
Why?
Yeah, like, where was he going? What was he doing?
He simply told me he'd acquired a submarine and would be living in it for an undisclosed amount of time.
That's all he told you? Yet surely there was more to it.
I don't doubt it. He was a man of secrets, every bit as much as I.
So when you started off, it was just the two of you. But now it's, what, 8 people?
We were 9 souls, now 8. I'm not counting either of you.
Yeah, I figured.
Why did Mortuga want so many people on the submarine?
Only a few of them were invited on board by Magnus like I was. The others crossed paths with him merely by the winds of fortune.
Okay.
Last dream before waking. A single phase. Non-lucid. Focus is soft but heavy. All is dark. The endless void. A low voice speaking a forbidden language. Emerging from the beshroudal of the night black sea. A face. Larger than I had known a face could be. I wake. The room is bathed in green light.
Oh.
Green light? Like from the wooden boy?
Not dissimilar, but 1,000 times more potent. I leave my chambers, heading for the airlock in which I have some business. I meet Cynthia in the parlor as she emerges from the control room. I notice she is clutching the ship's compass. She also appears visibly upset. Like me, Cynthia's on her way to the lowest deck. She departs and I follow behind. I wait as Cynthia converses with Madame Tadpole at the base of the second ladder. Madame Tadpole ascends the ladder. She is moving with haste and purpose. She requests that I go immediately to the storeroom at the end of the corridor.
Did you go?
As soon as I'd concluded my business.
Which was?
Nothing of great import, merely something I needed to collect from the airlock.
So you went to the
Uh-huh.
Then you went to the storeroom?
I did, right after I stopped off at my chambers. You understand I first needed to return certain items to their designated storage locations, after which I truly did do as Madame Tadpole had requested. I did ultimately regret my dallying. As it transpired, she had wished to inform me of Magnus Mortuga's death, and there his body lay, in the shadow of his stone cauldron, his blood pooling beneath him. A potent unease was already germinating amongst the group. Doubts were beginning to be sown, and fingers were beginning to point. Magnus Mortuga was a man of great will and great strength. It is hard, still, to accept that he has left us.
Didn't Tadpole say that he went with her immediately?
I first learned about Symmetry from a newspaper article detailing her residency at the Fortuna Hall Theater. On the surface, it was merely a review of a magic show, but I felt something behind it, something of great interest. To me, it spoke of someone with a close connection to the ethereal plane. Taking an excursion from the submarine, I attended the performance. Afterward, I requested an audience with Miss Silkmoth herself. and speaking with her for a scant few minutes, I learned two things. First, and most importantly, my instincts had been correct. She was indeed fascinated with the great unanswered questions of metaphysicality. She held a yearning to understand that which could not ordinarily be understood. A woman after my own heart.
What was the other thing? You said you learned two things.
That she was thoroughly unhappy with her lot at Fortuna Hall. The theater owner was a heartless woman who, among other indiscretions, did not compensate Symmetry for her work. But she had no family, nor any other connections. She had nowhere else to go.
So you invited her to come live on the submarine?
To put it simply,
Did she bring all her props and stuff with her?
everything she could carry.
Why? Was she gonna keep working as an illusionist on the submarine?
No, Miss Silkmoth would be working with me here in the Dream Chamber.
I notice she's not here anymore.
Her tenure with me has come to an end. She has moved on to pastures anew. It is no mark against Cynthia's character. She is a sharp young woman and capable engineer. But I was wholly surprised to learn that she had become captain.
Did she never say she wanted to be captain?
On the contrary, I was aware she'd held such aspirations, initially. But I was under the impression that her campaign had ended in failure.
Really?
That Miss Seafoam had made her ambitions known to Magnus, but he had shut them down.
How did you meet Mortuga?
It was on my first visit to Silkworm many years ago. I was merely passing through, so I stayed at the inn where Magnus was working at the time.
So Mortuga was just an innkeeper at this point?
Not even. The innkeeper was a woman named Felicia Stonetop. Magnus merely worked under her charge. The two of them split their time between running the inn and running a small sailing ship.
Sounds like quite a nice life.
That's interesting.
It really is fortuitous that Madame Tadpole found her way to the Mortuga submarine. Not only is she unusually well suited to living within the confines of the ocean, but she was also unusually compatible with Magnus Mortuga. As far as I know, the two formed a sincere friendship.
Huh. I wonder if she knows any of his secrets.
She may just. I'm to believe Tadpole had taken it upon herself to discover the source of Mortuga's internal anguish. In her words, she wished to understand him so that she could help him. It was in the course of this endeavor that she begun scouring the ship for information. On one occasion, I entered the captain's cabin to speak with Magnus, but instead I discovered Tadpole quite alone, trawling through his bookshelf. I asked her what she was looking for. She said she didn't know.
So, Dr. Zephyr, I'm guessing you don't have an actual doctorate.
But I walk not the path of formal academic recognition, not for lack of trying, you understand. 8 separate institutions turned me away, asserting that my ideas were, quote, incompatible with our modern world. They forget, of course, that the modern world is a fleeting and ever-changing thing. Indeed, all of history's greatest scientists battled with such short-sighted stubbornness.
So, you want to be one of history's greatest scientists, and fundamentally change how we view the world?
Is that so much to ask?
I mean, yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
So then how did you end up studying dreams?
It was the result of acquiring a particular specimen. It opened up new ways to study the subconscious mind.
A specimen? Like what? An animal?
Yeah, I'm picturing like a lizard floating in a jar of formaldehyde.
Something like that.
So, what are you working on now? Here in your dream chamber?
I'm studying subconscious spirit transmissions, analyzing their meaning, their intention.
Do you need to be in a submarine to do that?
Of course not. However, positioning myself here affords me other opportunities.
Like what?
The possibility of studying the most important specimen of all. If her transmission could be analyzed, interpreted, it would be an unparalleled discovery.
Her?
Her?
All that stirs in the minds of men that they shall never know. The being known only as the Mermaid.
A person?
I've told you all I know.
Then apparently you don't know much at all.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna take a minute to take down some supplements and get a bathroom break. So I will be back in a moment. Take care of any self-care. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, and back. Let me tell you, these sounds are really, really weird to hear without the game directly in front. Just,
A bit of light reading, hmm?
It's a book about a hex.
So I see, a charming pulp adventure by the looks of it. It seems our collective fate hangs on the outcome of your investigation.
I guess.
This is a good thing. It is high time for a shifting of the tides.
What do you mean?
There are too many souls aboard this ship, many of them seeking things they shall not find.
not ominous. Okay. Actually back now.
How long has this been chained to the foredeck? Do you know?
Since the conception of the submarine, as far as I know. The conception of
Really?
its current incarnation, I should say. The wider history of the vessel reaches back a good deal further, of course.
Not bored at all, just tired.
I believe this to be a depiction of a being known as the Mermaid. However, I've nothing to compare it with, as it's the only depiction I know of.
It doesn't look much like a mermaid.
It doesn't look much like anything, really. Except for the fact it's got a face. At least, I think that's a face.
Right?
Stories alluding to such a being were the reason I traveled to Silkworm in the first place. However, I was disappointed to discover that nobody in town seemed to know what I was talking about. It seems to be a secret held by only a very select few. While in sunlight, it appears somebody's looking to protect themselves from vampires.
There's no vampire on board, is there?
Of course not.
What about Mortuga?
I'll admit, it was a rumor for a time.
Dr.
But he's
Zephyr,
totally not?
Is this yours?
I don't immediately recognize it.
You sure? It really looks like something that had belonged to you.
Of course, I do concede that I have many similar bottles here in my dream chamber, so it's wholly possible that it originated in my collection.
Nice answer. Totally non-committal.
Nice non-answer, thanks.
As good as they were, it was not Miss Silkmoth's politricks that interested me. Rather, I was interested in the base mindset they were a symptom of. In particular, her ruminations upon the great unknowns of life and death. There are clues to it, right here. Look at the choice of words. Unfathomable, inconceivable. And on the reverse, you need only look at the chosen subject matter for her newest work.
It's a Grim Reaper.
It's the cloth that Magnus used to cover the cauldron.
Why would he need to keep it covered?
Either to keep it away from prying eyes, or perhaps he concealed it for his own benefit. Before we left port on the submarine's maiden voyage, Magnus asked a favor of me. He wished for me to venture into the Stonetop Inn, collect this cauldron, and bring it on board.
Why couldn't
Really?
he do it himself? He'd have been strong enough, surely.
I'm not sure exactly. I was already preparing to bring a large amount of heavy equipment on board. I suppose Magnus considered it logical to fold the cauldron into that set.
Was it shut and locked?
Shut, locked, and covered with the sailcloth. Magnus never told me what he kept inside it, if that's what you're asking. This is where I
Really?
first learned about Miss Silkmoth and her residence at the Fortuna Hall Theater.
This was after you'd started living in the submarine.
Correct.
So Mortuga had the newspaper on board with him.
Only this solitary page.
What was it about that one
That
page?
belonged to Magnus Mortuga, but I suppose it should pass along to Cynthia.
Cynthia doesn't get all of Mortuga's stuff just because she took over as captain, surely.
Of course not. However, I imagine at some point Cynthia may wish to unlock the captain's cabin.
She'd need a glass eyeball to do that.
Naturally. While it holds the pretense of being an eyeball, in truth, it is a key.
So is the eyeball key just common knowledge to certain people?
You know, Magnus never liked the name Mortuga Submarine.
Surely he was the one who chose that name.
I believe it was something that just happened. He didn't have a willing hand in it. All told, Magnus was rather dismissive of the notion that the submarine should bear his moniker.
But it was his submarine.
He was dismissive of that notion, too.
Interesting.
Magnus was fairly averse to record keeping.
He can't have been that against it if he bothered to write in the captain's log.
However, standard protocol would be for the captain to keep a record of every single day, whereas Magnus only filed a handful of these log cards in his entire tenure. It's a fine garment, is it not?
Has it been in the control room the whole time?
From the moment I first entered the submarine.
But it doesn't belong to Mortuga.
It does not.
Has the wheel always looked like that?
Like what?
With one side broken off and replaced with a different material.
It's never been my job to steer the ship, so I've never really taken any notice. It rather
Really?
seems that Cynthia is using the contract as a talisman.
A talisman. Like, as protection.
I did notice she taped it to the back of the chair in the control room, so it's like you can't go in there unless you acknowledge it.
Correct. The contract is a shield behind which Cynthia hides.
Now this is a talisman, surely.
On the surface, it appears so. However, in this instance, I think the concept has been inverted.
A reverse talisman.
Really?
The face from the ether. It must be.
What's that?
Tell me, where did you find this?
It was locked in a safe.
Was it now? Would you mind if I took it off your hands?
It's not ours to give.
No, of course.
Yeah, no, I still want to have that for questioning. Thank you very much.
This seems to be a personal item of Cynthia's. As such, it is not my place to make a comment. This magazine emanates a peculiar energy. Jealousy, frustration, even greed.
I mean, it is a media magazine. Let's be real.
I stole the stone top in myself. Back then, it was under the care of a woman named Felicia, but it seems to have passed on to Magnus sometime later. I find this strange, for he was not a member of a Stonetop family.
Yeah, and the fact that his name is crossed off in red. Let's go down here. Cargo hold. I meant to look around the... Oh, no, wait. I want to go back. I wanted to look at other stuff in your thing.
It's a weird metal helmet.
It is the dream helmet.
Of course it is.
Oh, hello. Dream helmet. A peculiar piece of equipment found in Dr. Zephyr's dream chamber. A large brass funnel is attached to the top of a pair of leather goggles. Curiously, the goggles are fully opaque. You can't see anything while you're wearing them.
Tired?
I worry if I slept in that thing, I'd get transformed into a monster or something.
I worry that sleeping at a 45-degree angle would be bad for my back.
You are old.
Ow!
A set of small glass bottles.
Poison?
Might just be perfume.
I'll meet you in the middle at poisoned.
It's in perfume. Drag the bottle caps and swap them onto the correct droppers. A conspicuous X upon the... Okay. Conspicuous... ooh, there's two different ones. Hold on a second. How do I... Oh, okay, it just swaps them automatically. Cool. Try this. The sun drips fall with a hurried cadence. This is aerated with effervescence. Good grief, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Crimson hue upon the label. I mean, that's crimson, right? Wait. Conspicuous X upon... That literally has an X. Like EX. Aerated for effervescence. Let's see what this... A glutinous viscosity? Exhales a curious vapor. These are... A glutinous viscosity. Maybe over here? Drips fall with a hurried cadence. I mean, that moves pretty fast. Alright, let's see if this...
6 bottles, each with a dropper and a cap on top of that dropper.
I guess each bottle has a specific cap that matches it.
Yeah. So it's conspicuous X upon the label. So I'm thinking it's either this one or this one for the eye. Exhales a curious vapor. Crimson hue upon the label. I mean, that's got a crimson hue. Drips fall with her. I'm trying to figure out if this has... because I have no idea what that even means. And I love that there's 3 different bottles that have X's on them. Exhales a curious vapor. Crimson hue upon the label. Because if you're going with an actual exhale, this has a face on it. Aerated with effervescence. Well, this one's specifically aerated. So I'm guessing it's going to be one of these. This one has a crimson hue on the label, so I'm going with it being one of these. I would guess it would be one of these 2. Conspicuous X upon the label. I mean, that could be this one. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna plunk you over here. Glutinous... I don't think this is right.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Some of the clues reference things that aren't immediately visible, so we might need to investigate the bottles a little more.
Oh! Oh, you can pull them up. Oh! Hello? Ugh. Oh, you move real fast. You're working on it. Okay, that exhales a curious vapor. You take a minute to get there, but you get there. You fall in a hurry. Oh wait, aerated. I was reading that wrong. Yeah, you move real fast. That is 100%. That actually matches. Do these match? Which actually, no, they can't quite match. Okay, well this is definitely like that's sticky. Ew. That's sticky. I'm gonna say you go here. Then to figure out how thick the fluids are. Yes. And at least one of them is very thick. Aerated with effervescence. Thinking that's where that goes. There is no doubt that that's the one that one goes on. It just is not letting go. Like, at all. And this, what was it? Crimson hue upon the label. Oh god, trying to... What is aerated with... Well, I need to actually look up what these words mean. I can spell in the way that I apparently can't. I'm trying to type it into my phone and my fingers are just like, no, you get to have this. Or you get to have this. You don't get to have all the above. Treated by having air passed or bubbled through it for purification. Okay, so it could be any of these. Effervescent, thank you. Make this easy. Gently boiling or bubbling. Alright, well that's... So I'm sure that the hand goes here. Like that much I'm 100% on. This one needs to be on one that has a crimson label. This one needs to have an X on it. What's this? So this doesn't have anything to do with gas. I was thinking it had to do with the smoke gas stuff that was coming up. So this could go here. That's got a stinky bottle. This one either has this bottle or it's this one. Those are the only two that effectively burp. For lack of a better way of putting that. Let's try this. Yes! Oh my gosh. My brain!
Good job.
Is anything going to happen?
Oh!
The glass moved.
Yes, it did.
Let's take a closer look at that bookshelf.
I love how surprised he is. Sudden alarm. Ooh.
This one's not really a book.
No, it's
Looks
not.
more like a magazine.
Yes, it does. Caretaker's journal. A small booklet found in the bookcase on the dream chamber. I can read. Silver snake skull. The mermaid's tongue. Oh my gosh, leather mask, leather mask. Okay. Not that I'm getting excited. Caretaker's Collective, quarterly journal listings and inquiries. Lillian's Locket. Lillian Lucian was a witch of some infamy before her untimely end at the hands of a curse. Some say the locket protects from curses. Others suggest it absorbs them, imbibing their power. Oh my gosh, it's Sim's Locket! It's Sim's Locket! She had Lillian's Locket! Oh my gosh. Silver snake skull. Does that mean someone is gonna... Silkworms. Ooh. Okay, I need to actually finish reading it instead of just... The disembodied skull of the mysterious silkworm serpent. Notably, it has no eye sockets. Use discretion, as several high-quality fakes are in circulation. His golden palm. Wait a second. The doctor there has a golden hand. Made from an unknown material 90% similar to gold. The hand is said to be able to touch ghosts. The mermaid's tongue. Said to facilitate communication with she who lies beyond the veil. Her? Requires a special key to operate. Both the key and the mermaid's tongue itself are rumored to be lost at sea. Name your price? Really? Alright, let's see what these are.
A Ghost Rises Before Me by Joseph Jenkins.
The Magician of the Soul by Annabelle August. Divine Exolinguistics by Mary Morala.
That's a mouthful.
It is Speaking If You Are Listening by Carl Cavendish.
I actually recognize that name, which is weird.
The Seven Secrets of
Onirology?
The Seven Secrets of Onirology by Edward Edmonton.
I really had to work on that one.
Prophecy from Parapsychology by Halcyon Hardwick.
And what's this I see in the background? Okay, I'm gonna check this.
A dusty old cloth.
Okay. Yeah.
Face in there.
That's probably just pareidolia.
Who?
The human habit of seeing faces where there aren't... Okay, no, I just saw it too.
Yeah!
I think I can see.
That's probably just... The human habit of... Okay, no, I just saw it too.
It looks like the freaking mermaid mask! It does! That is super creepy! Who's there? Examine the dark hole in Dr. Zephyr's bookcase. It's creepy!
What's on those wall charts?
Sacred geometry.
Is that a heavy metal band?
I mean, probably.
Valid. Moon
What's
charts?
on those wall charts?
Oh,
geometry.
okay, that's just...
I mean, probably.
It's a weird glass bottle.
It
Yes,
is the
yes,
hex
it is.
bottle.
Yeah, I knew that.
Shit. Oh, it didn't do anything. What happens if you shake it several times? Aww. What is that? Okay, it apparently isn't gonna do anything no matter how many times I shake it. That's probably better for my own health. Crystal ball?
It's a weird crystal orb,
It is
Yeah.
the fog ball.
if you say so.
Fog ball, a strange glass ball found in the dream chamber. Something is swirling around inside of it. Oh? Hey. Ooh. Want to interact. How do? Want to interact. Ah! It's not letting me grab anything! Ah! Twitch clip that. Let me interact. Dang it, fine. Game's telling me no.
I'll just take a look in this cabinet.
Watch out for spiders.
Yeah, I don't think there are any spiders. We're on a submarine, remember?
I do seem to need constant reminding.
So can I not interact
Just
with
take a look.
Watch out
that?
for spiders.
Yeah, I don't think we're on a
I
submarine.
do seem.
Okay, apparently I can't interact with that any further. What this?
Big glass bell jars with creepy things inside.
If I had a penny for every time we go somewhere and there's big glass bell jars with creepy things inside.
You would be unusually rich? Okay, there's a
How
few
come
more.
the goggles are blacked out?
It is a weighted sleeping mask.
To induce REM sleep?
Correct.
What's REM sleep?
That's the kind of sleep where you dream.
Aha. So, what's the big funnel on top?
It is an energy filter.
So it filters the dreams as they come out of your head?
The opposite.
It filters the dreams on their way into your head?
Correct.
Oh yeah, dreams are transmissions from another dimension. I forgot.
But what's the point of filtering them? What does it do?
To study the transmission, it is first necessary to change the format of the energy signature.
Oh, like when you change a WAV to an MP3.
This is a syntax with which I am not familiar.
Music, she's speaking my language.
What is this anyway?
It is what it says it is, a quarterly journal of listings and inquiries.
I noticed the prices are listed as ounces, and that's gold, I'm pretty sure.
These numbers are merely a way to ascribe a universal value. Most transactions take the form of a trade, exchanging items of equivalent worth.
Oh, wait, so are these things that people have and they want to sell? Or is it stuff people want to buy?
Both.
What about that last one? The mermaid's tongue.
Likely the most contentious item ever to be listed in the journal. Desperately coveted by those who believe, and disdained by those who don't.
Those who believe what?
That such a thing could even exist.
Curious,
Okay,
sir?
I'll bite. What's a hex bottle?
It is a glass container with a hex inside.
A hex like a magic spell?
I've been forthcoming thus far, unusually so for a man of my nature. However, certain things I shall be keeping to myself, especially if it has no bearing on your investigation.
What if we can prove it's got something to do with the murder or the crime scene?
Ah, well then you'd have forced my hand, wouldn't you?
I mean, I shook it several times and it did nothing, so hopefully it's not
Where
important.
do you get this from?
It is on loan from Miss Silkmoth.
So it's for some kind of magic trick.
I thought it was a crystal ball, like a fortune teller would use.
Indeed, it is a divining orb of a sort. However, I am not using it to see into the future, for such a pursuit is not but folly and nonsense.
Right, but I'm sure whatever you're using it for is totally rational and sensible.
Do not question the orb.
I'm always telling him that.
Okay, I want to go talk to you briefly because there be an orb I need your thought on. Orb! Bring the orb!
My fog ball.
Your fog ball?
As carved and crafted.
You made it? What for?
Well, thou mayst use it to speak with Gregory.
Sorry, Gregory? We never met a Gregory.
You wouldn't have. He lives inside the ball.
Oh.
And he's my uncle.
Oh.
And he's dead.
Oh.
And fictitious.
Oh.
I love the degrees of oh that we keep going down. Let me in! There's thingies on
Hey,
there to
Sid,
play with.
Do you know anything about this?
Speaketh soft.
Okay? Do you know anything about this?
Nay. Lillian's locket.
Looks familiar, don't you think?
I didn't know it had a name. Kindly close the book. I have no desire to look upon it longer.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
That face!
You know what it is?
Mine eye but chanced upon it. Nothing more.
That's more than a chance
You know how
upon it.
Zephyr's dream helmet works?
His secrets are his own to keep.
Okay, but just for the record, you do know his secrets.
I am bound to share them not.
Oh, really? Actually, no, I'm right here.
To the orchard oak, sturdy, stout, and towering tall, but bears she a quietsome grace, like a windless night on sail still sea. I ponder, could some such thing be mine to know?
I don't see why not.
Maybe I should cut my hair short and dye it green. Maybe that'll do it.
What's that?
Madam Tadpole, number 5, The Still Waters.
I wonder if I can cut. Can I? Do I have to do this immediately? Airlock Grotto. Order life to Mortuga, who once saved her from drowning in the ocean. Retired swimmer / mermaid from far away.
Madam Tadpole, number
What
5,
if I
The
don't?
Still Waters.
Hiding a dangerous secret.
Yeah, Okay, I don't want to ask her any more about these simply because, well, yeah.
A pinboard?
I assume it belongs to that woman over there.
Right. We'd better talk to her first.
Hi!
Ah, weary travelers. Take a seat by the fire, shake out your boots.
We're not weary travelers.
Then why do you both look so haggard and trail-worn?
Ouch. There goes my self-esteem for the rest of the day.
We're detectives. I'm Grimoire, and this is Sally. We're here investigating the murder of Magnus Mortuga, your previous captain.
My captain? Never. My captain is the moonlight as it shimmers across the lake. My captain is the wind as it whispers through the valley.
Who is this woman?
No idea. I kind of like her, though.
My name is Moon. Mariana Moon.
Aha. And what do you do?
I do not do. I simply am.
Okay.
So, what, you're just some random traveler?
A traveler, yes, but random, never. I'm here because I chose to be. I've been searching for the Mortuga submarine for some time, you know.
How come?
How come? This thing is the motherlode.
The motherlode of what?
Of whispered half-truth, of murky rumor, of stories unspoken.
Oh, like urban myths and stuff?
Right. Urban myths and stuff.
So you're a historian.
Sulk.
Historian, storyteller, rambler, ambler, fireside gambler.
How long have you been here?
Well, let's see. I arrived a few hours before the captain was murdered.
Oh, dang. Really?
Quite the story, isn't it?
But you're just on the submarine because you find it interesting.
Would that be such a crime?
No. Murder's a crime, though, I'm pretty sure.
Would that have been a mutter?
A merciless wind rattles the rotting wood of the old silkworm harbour, the shadow of a vessel lurking low in the night-black water. A mysterious stranger steps onto her foredeck. Cloaked in darkness, she slips inside the submarine.
She?
Who is she? What is her dark purpose?
It's you. We get it.
A mysterious stranger, I said.
Oh.
She descends into an ornate parlour, empty, save for a lone figure standing by the fire.
So, not empty.
He turns, his face still half hidden in flickering shadow. It is Captain Magnus Mortuga.
What was he like?
Nice guy. Stoic, but polite. Kind. He tells me to wait in the control room and then disappears off towards the back of the ship. After a little while, he comes back. But now, he's a slightly different man.
What do you mean?
The light is gone from his eyes. He seems sad, angry. He avoids my gaze as he crosses the room to take hold of the wheel. He tells me to head down the ladder towards the mess hall. Doing so, I encounter two gentlemen named Mr. Werman and Mr. Grip. Neither of them look like sailors, so I know they can't be crew. I assume they must be guests like me. And true enough, it transpires that Mr. Werman is a writer and Mr. Grip is, some kind of watch repairman. Captain Mortuga reappears, descending the ladder. He asks the two men to show me around the submarine and introduce me to the others. Then he disappears through the rear corridor. It's the last time I see him alive. Mr. Werman apologizes, explains he's too tired, and leaves through the opposite corridor. Mr. Grip, unable to come up with such an excuse, agrees to show me around. Now, I wrote this down in my diary, so I may as well let you read it.
Oh, we have a diary.
Imagine my excitement to finally get a good look around the Mortuga submarine. I was even given a tour by one of Mortuga's subordinates, a Mr. Godric Grip. We began by visiting a bizarre laboratory known as the Dream Chamber. It smelled of dried herbs and dusty glass, but was devoid of its dream custodian. An early disappointment. The captain's cabin was locked. Mr. Grip explained how Captain Mortuga mostly keeps this room locked when it's not in use. We climbed down into the living quarters, where a pair of bunk rooms sat at the end of a corridor. The first smelled of crane dust and unwatered flowers. A young woman was laying in her bed, poring over an old document. She hastily hid the document away and introduced herself as Miss Cynthia Seafoam, a name to remember, dear reader, as she will shortly become quite important. The second bunk room smelled of aftershave and desperation. The two men within, Mr. James Werman and Mr. Dirk Dansom, both appeared to be asleep, so we decided not to intrude. Next on the tour, a room inhabited, by the looks of things, by a young child who is also a stage magician. Sadly, this mythical child magician is nowhere to be seen. The room at the very end of the hallway was sealed with a heavy bulkhead door. Mr. Grip dismissed it as a storeroom that only Captain Mortuga makes use of. Perhaps you'll agree with me, dear reader, when I suggest the peculiarity of a simple storeroom being sealed off with such a significant door. Mr. Grip took me down to the cargo hold. It smells of damp wood and tarred rope. Yes, I describe it in the present tense, for it is here I sit as I write this very diary. Next door, the engine room, burnished bronze and tea-stained parchment. I learned that it's something of a nest for Mr. Grip himself, and thus was currently unoccupied. Outside, I encountered a Dr. Zacharias Zephyr, the aforementioned keeper of the Dream Chamber. Surprised to see us, he nearly dropped the empty glass bottle he was carrying. Clearly wishing to remove himself from the situation, the good doctor muttered something inaudible and disappeared up the ladder. We continued on into the next room, which I was amused to discover was some kind of shimmering mermaid grotto. I smelled her before I saw her. The unmistakable mix of salt, seaweed, and sequined spandex. It can only be Madame Tadpole, a name which may be familiar to long-time readers of this diary. Tadpole and I caught up, while Mr. Grip skulked in the doorway, clearly hoping this would mark the end of the tour, but it did not, dear reader. It did not.
Right, so, yes, I can see there's one more room to visit. Mr. Grip insists it's just the bilge, a dark, dank and smelly place, ill-frequented by humankind. I tell him he couldn't have sold it to me better if he'd tried.
Really?
We enter the bilge, but it's too dark to see anything. Mr. Grip, who is clearly tiring of my company by this point, opens the vent in the ceiling to let in a little light.
Oh.
Moments later, a voice is heard, echoing down from above.
Whose voice?
A young woman, and then an older woman. I can't remember exactly what was said, but I remember thinking it sounded a little like poetry.
What happened next?
Sam?
The sound of a scream, and then a dull thud.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a murder.
But which murder?
Anyway, by this point, I've used up all my patience, so I decide to take my leave. I thank Mr. Grip for the tour and return to my new lodgings in the cargo hold. I have to put up my tent twice, as on the first attempt, a sudden movement of the submarine undoes my progress. After some time, Mr. Grip and the young Miss Seafoam appear in my doorway. It seems they've come to fetch me for some kind of official submarine business. We head back towards the mess hall, Mr. Grip and Miss Seafoam heading up the ladder before me. I spot Dr. Zephyr emerging from the airlock. He has a glass bottle in one hand and what looks like an old leather bag in the other. I update him with what little information I have and attempt to catch up with the others. Laying on the floor is the body of Captain Magnus Mortuga. Amongst the living, mutterings are breaking out. Murder and mutiny, cauldrons and curses. But with Zephyr finally in attendance, Tadpole calls for order, demanding justice for her slain captain. But nobody really seems to know what to say. The next morning, it's announced that Miss Seafoam has taken over as captain. And, well, here we are. Symmetry was the only person I didn't see on my tour of the submarine. I realized later that she'd been with Mortuga at the time.
In the Illusion Theater?
You know what's funny? Nobody else calls it that. They all just call it the storeroom. I'm led to believe Illusion Theatre is a name Miss Silkmoth came up with herself. Rather like how she came up with the name Symmetry Silkmoth.
That's
Stage
not her
name.
real name.
It's not her birth name, no.
So, Mariana, where are you from?
No fixed address. That's the way it's been for some time.
Oh, I see.
But you came to Silkworm looking for the Mortuga submarine. How come?
I go wherever I please, which usually amounts to wherever has the most interesting rumors.
I don't want to be rude, but do you ever have to do work to get money?
From time to time. I've taken up work as a tour guide, a historian, a performing storyteller.
But how did you wind up getting onto the submarine? Isn't it a secret?
Well, if it's such a secret, how did you do it?
I got a phone call from Cynthia Seafoam, and she told us to come to Silkworm.
And then the submarine came up to the harbor so we could get on.
Well, there we are. Perhaps that's how I did it, too. Cynthia Seafoam, the daughter of Harbour Master Sylvia Seafoam, and the stepdaughter of Donovan Drummond, the shipyard owner.
Donovan
That's a
Drummond.
pretty solid nautical heritage.
by all accounts, Sylvia Seafoam was an ambitious and outgoing sailor, but I believe they raised Cynthia to be a mechanic.
Still, sounds like Cynthia actually does have the expertise to be captain.
Who said she doesn't?
Wait, Donovan Drummond was the name written in red on the bottom of the Indeed. And that's Cynthia's stepdad.
Broad shoulders, long arms, good for reaching across a wheel. He had a hard face, but soft eyes. I'd wager he was once a very handsome man.
Do you know anything about his life before the submarine? Like if he had a family?
I'd never heard mention of his parentage, no.
But he lived in Silkworm. Do you know where exactly?
The only record I found lists him as living at the Stonetop Inn and working on board the Stonetop family sailing ship.
As the captain?
As a deckhand, and eventually as the helmsman.
So how'd he end up as the captain of a submarine?
All I could dig up was a rumor that he bought the submarine from the shipyard.
Really?
Or maybe he commissioned to have it built. Accounts vary on that.
Either way, how could Mortuga afford to buy a submarine?
My guess is that he didn't pay with money, but made some other kind of trade.
Really?
I didn't expect to find a fellow herbologist on board. Dr. Zephyr really knows his rosehip from his rosemary. He's a chemist, too. Impressive, don't you think?
Whoops. Accidentally paused that.
I get the sense his work is more alchemy than chemistry.
He does seem rather secretive about it. I tried asking him about his experiments, but he seemed awfully reluctant to divulge any details.
Sounds familiar?
I first met Tadpole when she was on the road, travelling with a group of performers. She had longer hair back then.
Did you see her perform?
I got to see a rehearsal, but that was it. After that, I joined their camp for the night. Tadpole and I shared some stories, you know. I told her how I'd just been on a research trip to a town on the coast called Silkworm-on-Sea. She told me how their group went around performing in local theatres and town halls and whatnot. I mentioned that Silkworm actually had a little theatre that might be a good fit.
How come
For
you didn't stay with them longer?
Their leader was a real bad apple. I was rather keen to be shot of him. Pass it here, I'll show you something amusing. See this photograph on the inside cover?
It's a picture of Worman, isn't it?
If it is, it's a very flattering one.
It's not Worman at all. It's his rather more handsome father, Mayor Damien Dusk.
Get out. Really?
What?
No word of a lie.
Oh, false image. Ooh.
I see Cynthia's proudly wielding the Seafoam S in her signature there.
Why shouldn't she?
Of course, she's well within her rights to do so, but I do think perhaps it sends a certain message.
What message would that be?
I claim this submarine in the name of the Seafoam family. Something like that, don't you think?
Yeah?
I believe Mortuga used its light to alert others to the location of the submarine. On the rare occasions when he wished to do such a thing, of course.
That's how it happened with us. Although I guess it was Cynthia, not Mortuga.
You know, for some time now, I've heard stories of sailors seeing a green light in the ocean at night.
Well, I guess you have your explanation.
The problem is, several of the stories predate the Mortuga submarine.
Yeah, there's actually this theory, and I don't know if it's ever been proven, that there's a certain point, I don't remember whether it's dusk or dawn, but there's a certain point where you can theoretically see a small green flash across a perfectly clear horizon over the ocean. I don't know if it's ever been proven.
Ah, now we're getting to it. The reason all of us are here, really.
How so?
The Silver Snake, The Mortuga submarine. Did you ever stop and wonder, why here? Why this particular part of the coast? It all stems from a single truth. There's something hiding in the water. Something big. Now, it wasn't my intent to cause you any lasting unease. Look, we three, we're merely tourists here, passers-by. Take my advice. Keep your distance from all this, so you can still walk away at the end.
Well then.
Mariana, can you tell us what these tablets are?
It's rather more difficult when it's something synthetic like this. Some kind of vitamin supplement, I believe.
All 3 of them?
Yes, the 3 tablets seem largely to be the same thing.
So they're... Because the theory is that they're vitamin D tablets, or vitamin D supplements, but 3 different ways of taking
Do
it?
you recognize this, Mariana?
Should I?
Well, we just figured since there's a moon drawn on the label.
So because my name is Moon, all moon-related things must belong to me?
Even if it's not yours, do you have any idea what it is?
It's a herbal compound of some kind. Valerian, skullcap, chamomile, and seawater.
So, not poison.
Maybe it's medicine. Would those herbs do anything in particular?
I suppose
Sleep.
it could be a sleep aid.
Mm-hmm.
Like a mild sedative.
Interesting.
I mean, depending on how much valerian is in there, that's not just a mild sedative.
Mariana, you visited Silkworm before, didn't you? Was Sim's magic show in the theater back then?
No, when I passed through, the theatre wasn't showing anything. This very poster was up on the walls, but they'd covered it with a banner that said cancelled.
So that must have been after Sim left, but before the theater had booked a new act.
Maybe.
It's a piece of an old sail, roughly cut into a square.
Yeah, why is nobody looking at the fact that it says Stargazer Girl on the back, right? Why is no one looking at the back?
There's only one thing more mysterious than a locked box, and that's an unlocked box that's been emptied of its contents.
Did you ever come across the cauldron in your research?
No, it really does seem to be something Mortuga's been keeping to himself.
What do you make of those scratch marks?
I'm not sure. They don't really look like anything made by an animal.
That's a relief. Wait, is it?
This marks a pivotal moment in Silkworm's history, the day the silver snake was discovered. It also shows the 2 women who found it. Felicia Stonetop, that's her on the left, and
That's
Sylvie
Felicia.
Seafoam on the right.
Hang on. We saw a statue about this in the town square, but on the statue, the serpent was shown being wrestled by a male fisherman.
Yes, well, that's history for you.
Yep. So true.
It carries something of the cadaver about it. Might be the smell, rust and stagnant seawater.
Oh.
Perhaps it came from the ocean. Have you asked Madame Tadpole about it?
Yep, I
I'd
have.
love to know where Cynthia got the diagram of the wooden ship.
I thought it was supposed to be a submarine.
No, the yellowish parts. They're from an old drawing of a sailing ship. Looks like it might be from the original, too. I just wonder where she got it. I'd heard Mortuga wasn't one for writing things down, so I'd given up hope of finding a diary, but this might be the next best thing.
You made a record of every time a new person joined the submarine.
Except for when you joined,
No.
Mariana.
Well, I suppose he'd never had the chance. Emblazoned with the Seafoam S, I see. It's quite an elaborate... Oh, how strange. It's never been worn.
Never?
Once or twice, at the very most.
Really? I wonder if that's Cynthia's mother's jacket and it really wasn't worn.
Let's see. The thick thicker wood is mahogany, very
Ooh.
old mahogany. The thinner wood, oh, I don't know, some kind of cheap timber, perhaps.
Somebody skimped on the repairs, huh?
You know, one of the reasons I found it hard to research Mortuga was that there really wasn't much of a paper trail.
Well, seems like he changed his ways.
Yes, it's rather odd, isn't it? I wonder what compelled him to draw up a contract like this. I can't help but feel like the idea must have come from someone else. Looks like
Mhm.
gold to me.
No way. Real gold.
Why not?
I thought Symmetry was supposed to be an impoverished orphan.
Well, it's not worth anything unless she's willing to sell it.
Ooh.
Well, that has to be a face, but it's not. It doesn't look like anyone. When was this taken?
Pretty recently, I think.
I see. So she's probably still out there.
She?
Listen, don't worry about it. Seriously.
More of that
Oh,
her.
good. I was worried this wasn't going to come up.
But what? Cynthia and her family?
The submarine in the background?
Yes and yes. But also no. The best part of this photo is the thing on the left-hand side.
Sea
It's
serpent.
in a glass tank. Do you see it?
Barely.
Is it a snake?
It's the silver snake, also known as the silkworm serpent. Oh, you've heard of it?
We might have. But what's it doing in the photo?
So, that submarine in the background. The silver snake is the reason that was built. Sylvia Seafoam, pictured there in the fancy jacket, she
Yeah.
was quite fond of her serpent friend, you see, but the powers that be were demanding she hand it over to be studied. So Sylvia made a plan to go and live in a submarine and take the silver snake with her.
That's, quite ambitious.
Wait, so the sea serpent would also be living in the submarine?
Well, I don't have all the details. It's something I'm still researching.
I love how she talks with the pipe in her mouth occasionally. It's like I can mostly understand what you're saying.
Where'd you get that? A dentist's waiting room?
There's a poster on the back cover. It's for Dirk's movie.
Oh, yes, look at that. They've given her the wrong type of necklace. The sword looks about right, though.
What's that?
Just thinking out loud.
Expand,
Where on
please.
earth did you find this?
Cynthia had it.
I don't know. You two have all the luck. I spent a year researching silkworm and never found anything this good.
What's so good about it?
It's penned by Solomon Stonetop himself. They say he built the Stonetop Inn with his own hands, and in doing so, he founded the town of Silkworm-on-Sea.
Wow.
Mariana, I was wondering if you could tell us who's worn this.
How's she supposed to do that?
You know, by the smell.
Oh. Gross.
Well, let's see. I'm getting wind-battered mahogany, ice-cold sea spray, and mostly melted candle wax.
Great, thanks.
Now, where did you find this?
Zephyr had it.
Did he now? Lillian's locket, silver snake, golden palm, mermaid... The mermaid's tongue.
You've heard of it?
Only the name, and only when people were telling me it doesn't exist.
Maybe it doesn't.
But there's a photo.
It's a photo of a drawing.
What's it supposed to do, anyway? The description in the book here is pretty vague.
They say it allows humans to commune directly with God while they're still alive.
What? God?
In here it says, said to facilitate communication with she who lies beyond the veil.
She who lies beyond the veil, God, other dimensions, aliens, the afterlife. You know, it varies. But the sentiment is the same. Though it's a wretched thing, really. An echo of man's desperate, futile desire to wring answers from a silent universe.
I can see why people would say it doesn't exist.
But Zephyr's trying to get hold of it.
Well, he may be. It depends.
On what?
The strength of his will. I can't speak to what that is squirming around in the bottle there, but the liquid is salt water with a mix of herbs. I suppose Zephyr must have a pestle and mortar. I might ask to borrow it.
Which herbs?
Valerian, skullcap, and chamomile.
Uh-huh. Not at all like what's in the moon vial, or what was in the moon vial, obviously.
If I'm not mistaken, this little part at the front is actually a microphone.
It's a microphone. Silver Snake Sleuth examine the
It's a pinboard.
Yep. Try the pieces of paper into the correct positions. Oh, good grief. Oh wait, you would go further down here. All the way to, oh wait, no, these two go further down here. Sylvia should be, or not Sylvia. Symmetry should be further over here. Where? Okay, let's yeah.
So, there's a drawing of each of the suspects, one of Mortuga, and one of us too. Each one needs to be moved to the right place on the board.
But where does Mortuga go then? So, we're in the same area. They go over here. That's incorrect. That is not correct. Yeah,
Looks like
no.
the board's been divided into segments.
The shape looks familiar. Is it some kind of diagram?
Of course. Remember Mariana's diary?
Yeah. Okay, I need...
Later.
Yeah, I need to... Do we have her diary? We don't. Hey, can I steal your diary?
So, what, you're just some...
A traveller, yes. But I've been searching for the Mortuga sub...
No, that would be...
We
Night of the
enter
Murder.
bilge, but it's too dark to see anything. Mr. Grip, who is clearly tiring of my company by this point, opens the vent in the ceiling to let in a little light. Moments later, a voice is heard, echoing down from above.
Okay, I'm gonna need to actually create a grid for this. One moment. I don't have any digital way of doing this currently. My kingdom for an iPad that has the ability to do this seamlessly. I'm just gonna, you know what? Not even gonna bother to make marks. We're just gonna.
Whose voice?
A young woman, and then an older woman. I can't remember exactly what was said, but I remember thinking it sounded a little like poetry.
What happened next?
The sound of a scream, and then a dull thud.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a murder.
Which murder?
Anyway, by this point, I've used up all my, my patience.
Oh, this is
So
the
I
end of it?
decide to take my leave. I thank Mr. Grip for the tour and return to my new lodgings in the cargo hold.
Ah!
I have to put up my tent twice, as on the first attempt, a sudden movement of the submarine undoes my progress. After some time, Mr. Grip and the young Miss Seafoam appear in my doorway. It seems they've come to fetch me for some kind of official submarine business. We head back towards the mess hall, Mr. Grip and Miss Seafoam heading up the ladder before me. I spot Dr. Zephyr emerging from the airlock. He has a glass bottle in one hand and what looks like an old leather bag in the other. I update him with what little information I have and attempt to catch up with the others. Laying on the floor is the body of Captain Magnus Mortuga. Amongst the living, mutterings are breaking out. Murder and mutiny, cauldrons and curses. But with Zephyr finally in attendance, Tadpole calls for order, demanding justice for her slain captain. But nobody really seems to know what to say. The next morning, it's announced that Miss Seafoam has taken over as captain. And, well, here we are. A merciless wind rattles the rotting wood of the old silkworm harbour, the shadow of a vessel lurking low in the night-black water. A mysterious stranger steps onto her foredeck. Cloaked in darkness, she slips inside the submarine. Who is she? What is her dark purpose?
It's you. We get it.
A mysterious stranger, I say. She descends into an ornate parlour, empty, save for a lone figure standing by the fire.
So... Look at me trying to use MM for Mortuga, knowing that Marianne Moon is the same way. Oh my gosh, I literally have to go several letters down. Good grief.
So, not empty.
He turns, his face still half hidden in flickering shadow. It is Captain Magnus Mortuga.
What was he like?
Nice guy. Stoic, but polite. Kind. He tells me to wait in the control room and then disappears off towards the back of the ship. After a little while, he comes back. But now...
Oh, wait, she was...
different man.
She was in the control room. And if he went to the back of the ship... Oh my gosh,
What do you
my
mean?
joints.
The light is gone from his eyes. He seems sad, angry. He avoids my gaze as he crosses the room to take hold of the wheel. He tells me to head down the ladder towards the mess hall. Doing so, I encounter two gentlemen named Mr. Worman and Mr. Grip. Neither of them look like sailors, so I know they can't be crew. I assume they must be guests like me. And true enough,
Okay, that'd be the mess
Mr. Worman is a writer
hall.
and Mr. Grip is, some kind of watch repair. Captain Mortuga reappears, descending the ladder. He asks the two men to show me around the submarine and introduce me to the others. Then he disappears through the rear corridor. It's the last time I see him alive. Mr. Worman apologizes, explains he's too tired, and leaves through the opposite corridor. Mr. Grip, unable to come up with such an excuse, agrees to show me around. Now, I wrote this down in my diary, so I may as well let you read it.
Here we go.
Imagine my excitement to finally get a good look around the Mortuga submarine.
Okay.
Tour by one of Mortuga's subordinates, a Mr. Godric Grip.
This is what I'm after. I am going to take a series of photos with my phone because it's going to save my joints. And my joints will thank me later.
We began by visiting a bizarre laboratory known as the Dream Chamber. It smelled of dried herbs and dusty glass, but was devoid of its dream custodian. An early disappointment. The captain's cabin was locked.
Okay,
Mr.
so
Grip
which one of
explained how
these
Captain Mortuga
is it going to end up
mostly keeps
being?
this room locked when it's not in use. We climbed down into the living quarters, where a pair of bunk rooms sat at the end of a corridor. The first smelled of crane dust and unwatered flowers. A young woman was laying in her bed, poring over an old document. She hastily hid the document away and introduced herself as Miss Cynthia Seafoam, a name to remember, dear reader, as she will shortly become quite important. The second bunk room smelled of
Well, I was right about that one.
The two men within, Mr. James Werman and Mr. Dirk Dansom, both appeared to be asleep, so we decided not to intrude. Next on the tour, a room inhabited, by the looks of things, by a young child who is also a stage magician. Sadly, this mythical child magician is nowhere to be seen. The room at the very end of the hallway was sealed with a heavy bulkhead door. Mr. Grip dismissed it as a storeroom that only Captain Mortuga makes use of. Perhaps you'll agree with me, dear reader, when I suggest the peculiarity of a simple storeroom being sealed. Mr. Grip took me down to the cargo hold.
There's so many different locations on here. Oh my gosh.
Describe it in the present tense, for it is here I sit as I write this very diary. Next door, the engine room, burnished bronze and tea-stained parchment. I learned that it's something of a nest for Mr. Grip himself, and thus was currently unoccupied. Outside, I encountered a Dr. Zacharias Zephyr, the aforementioned keeper of the Dream Chamber. Surprised to see us, he nearly dropped the empty glass bottle he was carrying. Clearly wishing to remove himself from the situation, the good doctor muttered something inaudible and disappeared up the ladder. We continued on into the next room, which I was amused to discover was some kind of shimmering mermaid grotto. I smelled her before I saw her. The unmistakable mix of salt, seaweed, and sequined spandex. It can only be Madame Tadpole, a name which may be familiar to long-time readers of this diary. Tadpole and I caught up, while Mr. Grip skulked in the doorway, clearly hoping this would mark the end of the tour, but it did not, dear reader.
Right, so, yes, I can see there's one more room to visit. Mr. Grip insists it's just the bilge, a dark, dank, and smelly place, ill-frequented by humankind.
Okay.
It's a pinboard.
Let's see if I can put this together. Let's see. So Cynthia would go here. These two being you and you. Go here. I don't know how exacting I need to be about the placement of these. So many spots for them. You go here. Yes. Yes. You go here. Sort of. Ish, like that. Where would Symmetry have been? Because she's not even listed as being on here. Dr. Grip was the one that we were with, right? That's where she would be. And at the very end of the hallway was sealed with a heavy bulkhead door. So put that here. I still don't know where these two would go. Because they're technically not in here at all. That's wrong.
Nope.
So, there's a drawing of each one needs to be moved to the
Yeah, I think I am gonna have to come back to that. I don't think I have enough
I'll
information.
do this later.
Yeah. And even if I do, it doesn't feel like I do.
It's a big traveler's backpack. It smells like soil and grass.
When you're done smelling it, there's something in the pouch I think we should take a look at.
Silkworm map. A square of parchment found in the cargo hold. It's been folded up and tied with string. Ooh! Fortuna Hall, Stone Top Inn, Silkworm's... It's got a little bit of everything. Governor's Manor, Silkworm on Sea, Seafoam Harbor. What is this? I hope I get to keep this. This is good information. Solomon Stonetop Innkeeper. It doesn't list a mother. Selena Stonetop Innkeeper. Faustus? That's a questionable first name. Faustus Fellow Governor. Fortuna Fellow is the theater owner. Oh, were they together? There were two sons, maybe? Or at least two kids. Flint and Felix were both unknown. And daughter adopted Symmetry? And whoa, wait a sec. Okay, no, that's the daughter. Selena and Faustus. Their kid, who ended up with Selena's last name, is Felicia Stonetop. Oh, this is a gigantic mess. Question? Was
I
it?
see you've been enjoying my map.
It's barely a map. It's closer to a list.
What about the family tree on the back?
Most of my research into silkworm has been focused on these two family lines, the Fellows and the Stonetops.
Seems like you haven't worked out how Mortuga fits into it. His name is just floating out there by itself.
I'm not sure if he does fit into it, to be honest.
Mariana, you've got a question mark there. Someone you don't know the name of.
Ah, yes. Quite the mystery, you see. I'd heard about...
We know her name. It's Freya. You're welcome.
Crap, I missed the end of that. Cat distraction.
I assumed it was tea, but actually it smells like coffee.
It's unfiltered too, and there's no milk.
Hardcore.
It's the cargo hold.
It's made entirely out of wood.
And?
And we're in a submarine, aren't we?
Oh, so that's just a reflection from the... I thought that was glass for a moment. I guess just a barrel?
Barely move these barrels. Oh, they must be full of something heavy.
Actually, I think they're empty.
Oh. Wood is heavy.
Accurate?
It's a little mirror.
Oh,
I
it's a
could do
mirror.
with a polish.
You could do with the polish.
Shade being thrown.
It's the cargo hold.
Okay.
Entirely. And aren't we?
We're right next to you. Engine room. Hi.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I think there's someone in that basket.
That is legitimately kind of creepy. You, come here.
I thought you did.
Ah, customers. Come in, and welcome to Mr. Grip's Emporium.
Wait, what?
I guess he's Mr. Grip.
What's that? You'd like a succinct yet exhaustive rundown of our operational philosophy?
I don't think I said that.
Here at Mr. Grip's, we plot the unplottable, chart the unchartable, and measure the unmeasurable. No sea too vast, no night too dark, no fog too thick. With the right contraption in your pocket, even the great unknown may be quantified and calculated. So fret not, noble navigator, as we stock all the essentials.
What? Oh. The button keeps moving. Whoop! Oh, dang it, I pushed outside. You.
I'm sorry, you can't
I
afford
don't want it.
I guess I go through every single
I'm
one?
afraid you don't have enough money.
I know. I'm not trying to buy anything.
I'm trying to get out of your menu.
Apologies, you can't afford that one.
Mr. Grip, we're not customers. We're detectives. We need to talk to you.
Why didn't you say so?
You didn't give us a chance.
Now, what is it you wanted to know?
Can I get your full name?
Godric Grip of Mr. Grip's Emporium.
And that's this little shop you run down here in the engine room, for some reason.
This is merely the newest branch. The flagship site is back in Circuum-on-Sea.
Yeah, we saw it. It's all boarded up.
As well, I can't make a living selling compasses to the ghosts in a ghost town, can I?
So that's what you do? Sell compasses? Seems kind of niche.
We buy, sell, and service all manner of nautical navigation equipment. What's that? Ah, yes, we also provide cartographic consultation. We'll analyze and decipher any map, all for a low, low fee. Some maps may be invalid, fee to be decided on a case-by-case basis.
Sorry, did you just talk to your stick?
You mean Cornelius Kane?
And he's given it a name. Great.
Don't ask any follow-up questions. Maybe he'll let us move on. How'd you wind up here?
I crashed my hot air balloon into the ocean. Whole thing came down. Dreadful. And of course, I've never been a swimmer, don't have the upper body strength.
How'd you crash your balloon?
A rather spirited disagreement with a flock of migratory pelicans led to an abrupt
Sure, okay. And the actual reason?
storm.
There we go.
Wait, so you're an aeronaut? I thought you were a shopkeeper.
Yes, well, you're quite right, of course. But I've been inspired to leave my shop behind and head out on a journey of discovery into the great unknown. That was the plan, at least. As you can see, I didn't make it very far at all.
So there's a storm, the balloon crashes, you fall into the ocean. Then what?
Enter Captain Mortuga. He finds me adrift, fishes me out of the water, and promptly places me here.
In the engine room? Was every other room taken?
On the contrary, only Mortuga and Zephyr were living here when I arrived, so I rather had the run of the place. Cornelius and I just agreed this would be the best place to set up shop, as it were.
Why did you set up your shop again? You just said you'd been inspired to leave it behind.
I had to make myself useful somehow, didn't I? Let's see. I'd taken Cornelius up to the mess hall. Poor fellow needed a little repair work, you see.
Were you alone up there? Aside from Cornelius, I mean.
No, Werman was there, working away on his typewriter. Then, all of a sudden, somebody new came down the ladder. A woman by the name of Mariana Moon. Werman and I conversed with her for a few minutes before Mortuga himself entered the room. He passed through towards the child's room and the storeroom, but before he left, he asked us to provide Mariana with a tour of the submarine.
Child's room and
Werman feigned a sudden
storeroom.
fatigue and slithered off back to his room, leaving me as the solitary tour guide.
You do kinda look like a tour guide, to be honest.
Yes, well, I won't bore you with a blow-by-blow. I'm sure Mariana will cover that in her statement. Suffice it to say, we ended up in the bilge at the very back of the submarine. And there we were, standing in the dark, when all of a sudden, a voice echoed down from above.
Mortuga's voice?
No, a young woman's, possibly two different women. The voices were followed by the sound of a blade, and finally a dull thud, like something hitting the ground.
Sounds like a murder to me.
What did Mariana make of all this?
Well, apparently satisfied by our impromptu eavesdropping session, she made her farewells and left.
You didn't go with her?
No, I stayed a little longer.
Did you hear any other weird noises?
I did. First, the sound of the storeroom door wrenching open and then closing again. Secondly, some kind of short, heavy scrape, mechanical. And finally, a dull thud, like something hitting the ground.
Sorry, again?
How many murders were there?
I didn't really know what to do with myself after that, but an unexpected lurch of the submarine caused me to very nearly topple over into the bilge water. So I decided to take my leave and return to the safety of my engine room.
You didn't want to go upstairs and see what was going on?
I certainly thought about it. Ultimately, I think it came down to cowardice on my part.
You didn't want to run to the murderer.
So, let's see. I was sat there, feeling rather pathetic, when Cynthia appeared in my doorway.
What did she want?
Well, she had a compass she wanted me to fix. I agreed to take a look at it for her. But that wasn't the end of it. She then told me she'd been asked to bring me upstairs, along with everyone else. And so, after fetching Mariana from next door, the three of us went up to the storeroom. I saw Mortuga's body laying on the floor, saw the cut across his neck. The cowardice I'd felt before compounded. Tadpole spoke to the room. She wanted a confession, or even just an explanation. It goes without saying that nobody was willing to offer one. Really, that's the end of it. After that, several things happened very quickly. Cynthia became captain, decided to bring in a detective. You two arrived, and here we are.
Okay, so I'm trying to get down some notes on this, which I'm very likely gonna not be able to decipher later. So it's got the women's voices, the blade, which we just learned from him, and then a thud. Then there was a second thud. And what I'm assuming, because it said grinding, so I'm assuming that that was the cauldron. The cauldron opening, question mark. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to decipher my own handwriting. Ooh. Alright, let's finish up with Grip.
I will say, in the last day or so, the symmetry does seem particularly somber.
Because of Mortuga's death?
Yes, the problem seems to be that she considers herself a kind of catalyst.
Does she? Why?
Well, I believe she'd been working on some new project, and shortly before Mortuga died, Symmetry shared this project with him.
And
then he dies. It's probably just bad timing.
What kind of project was it?
I really have no idea. What's that? Oh, yes. Cornelius tells me he saw Symmetry drawing something while in the mess hall. A poster, apparently?
Okay. I'm a little worried I'm going to start getting a migraine, so I want to
It's a big compass.
grab a couple more things that are in here. Broken compass. A broken compass that's in the process of being fixed. It was on display in Grip's shop. Oh my. That's so many needles! But no wonder it's broken. Yikes!
A selection of some of my more unusual compasses. Please peruse at your leisure.
Sure. Ah! This compass is actually a clock in disguise. That might actually be this. Ah! Oh, this compass tries to point at all the others. This compass doesn't want to solve this puzzle right now. Compass is just like, I'm done. Oh, you pointed all the others too. You point away from all the others. Actually, this one may be a clock in disguise. Well, you point at one in particular. Maybe.
Nope.
So there's 4 slots, and each one needs a compass to go in it. The labels are all describing a particular compass, I guess.
I guess that's wrong.
I think we'd get more information about how each compass worked if we moved them around. And pay attention to the needles while you're doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Just love watching the blue one back and forth and back and forth. Actually, the blue one seems pretty intent on that green one. See if I move all of these over. I should not be doing this puzzle right now. You are just doing your own thing, aren't you? Okay. It is almost 1 p.m. I really... Please find your way north, west. So helpful, thank you.
Just gonna rest my brain.
Yeah, I literally need to do that right now, I think. Oh, my brain needs a rest. Unfortunately, as much as I'm enjoying playing the game, my brain needs a rest. Autosave is on, thank God. Okay, let's see about... Eek!